man. Mm. The moon.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital, but luckily for us, we have our heaters cranked all the way up here in the booth at Commanders Field. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the third round. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap, Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Here's Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's a 2nd and 5. Fields now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
They'll run on first down. McQueen, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Fields. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play.
Nah, don't try to talk about some baby boy.
Get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Operating from the gun, Bonds. Throw left side complete. That's Jimenez. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
What the heck did what the?
It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. Now Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. That is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that. They got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jimenez. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shove that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Bonds. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bonds. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it. Show him
I just don't understand how he's still making these throws.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Just doesn't make any sense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are back within a score. Now Cade York for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On play action, Fields. That is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Operating from the gun. Bonds, flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds over the middle, complete. It's Jimenez. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Right back to him on first down. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to call that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Fields.
What the?
To his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Bro came down and didn't even touch him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Fields finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie.
Why you didn't pick him?
Care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So I think you're going to pick him up.
With 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
You were shooting a Loki clone, CJ.
Shot here on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's not me.
Oh,
I thought he was following the freaking.
Here's another interception.
I thought he was following the
Put it
freaking.
into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
It's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball.
At least
and as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Bonds. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
He's making these throws still.
Hands it off out of the gun.
What are you saying?
Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Bonds. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he underthrew it! What the?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
What are we talking about? Yeah,
Take over at their own 27.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season.
No pressure, bro.
Coverage forced the mistake.
No pressure.
He's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On the move to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring this one back. Interception return for Commanders touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball. And so let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lucas Van Ness racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Play action, now it's Daniels. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
He's missing arcade.
35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, I was hoping I was going to... Oh, okay, good.
Incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball, but
Pickens.
Down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Commanders Field. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Oh, damn. Maybe I should have won that.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
I wanted to do the I should have threw it. He got him beat.
And he's going to return.
I should have just threw it.
1-yard line.
Is that when you get back here?
And that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost
oh, no, that would have scared him.
Hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
Not you. I'm talking about the people.
Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as
but you're still black.
8 yards. It sets him back,
you know, danger.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Runners struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard.
He said, you said, what's that? Hey, do what?
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stupid!
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. On any passes in the middle of the field,
Jaden, the voodoo going to work.
It's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
The voodoo is going to work, because there's no way.
22. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's going to be knocked
I think he was in cover 4. He is. So why the heck are they freaking?
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play,
why are they sticking like that?
There's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Daniels looking to throw. He will have the 1st down and a bit more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where the extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Here's Daniels. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
In a game with Pac-Man is crazy.
Now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Throwing now is Daniels. Toward the end zone.
Bro, y'all can't butterfingers, bro. Substitute. I'm gonna get hurt again.
Better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
It's cover 2.
To the air goes Daniels. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Bro. Oh my goodness,
Extra
bro.
point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Y'all stupid, bro. Got a dang antenna.
As they send this one away.
It puts in a game with Pac-Man, bro.
And out a little across the 20.
Jay just running around, Pac-Man chasing him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro.
To start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now this airmail to the sideline, it's incomplete, and there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Again, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this
I
game,
wish he would get out of his freaking...
He's had a
What is
good
that?
day.
Okay, that one was
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
He is not letting me get to my freaking receiver.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
Take me off.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Commanders stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by York is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. And here's Freiermuth again.
You can get that, boy.
Now
Come
the
on.
Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now 2nd and 5. Now Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That boy, Big Gray.
Ice is down. He's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To the air again, Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, he had 3 this game. Well, dang. Mm-mm. You're. But what the hell I look? What shit that? Jaden. Listen, you would feel, bro. What? Bro.